The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is up, everybody? It is finally Friday. It is my one time of the week that I really enjoy doing things fun, like podcasting. It's going to be a good night. We have some stuff to talk about. Not a lot of people here, but we're going to have some fun. So, yeah, we'll have some fun. Anyway, joining me as always, my left-hand man, the author himself, David Applegate.
G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to another War Room. Jeez, I almost didn't make it. It's like your neighbors know you're doing something, so they come around to check on you, and then like, can you tell us something? My phone's club, and it's like,
go away! Get out of my way!
It's 11 a.m. You're like,
so
nothing.
So apparently this is just us right here, right meow, because I don't know where everybody else is, but I do know that Lape is without power, so on and so forth. So we'll see how things go. I don't know.
No storm?
We had a pretty gnarly storm here, and he's just south of me a little ways. So
yeah.
I'm sure there's something. Anime Night was live.
Yeah.
He was live earlier, and he's got something scheduled tonight. No, that was yesterday. Was it? Oh well, I don't know. Anyway, so I don't really know what to expect. There might have been a special surprise visitor, but I couldn't nail anything down. So maybe in the next couple weeks we'll have a surprise guest.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
hey, you sent a message about King of the Hill. You want to wait for Lape, or
I doubt Lape's going to be here.
Okay.
Because if he's out of power and they have no idea of what it'll be.
Yeah, he said he had power. He did reply to you earlier. That's what I'm saying. Did he has he lost?
He just texted me.
Meantime? Yeah.
He texted me 40 minutes ago and said, "Our power's been out for nearly an hour. No ETA on restoration."
So he must have replied to your message.
Where did he reply it?
Well, I can't tell exactly what. I don't know what the local time is. When you sent the message,
no, but like where? Like X. I see it.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
He replied at 3:57, which was about 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that's why I asked, because I don't know what the local time was when he replied. Because X changes everything. When you type something and send, it changes it to my local time for me.
Right. Well, you would still see it was over 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
but I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
I'm.
just going to say, he wasn't too thrilled that they're redoing.
You know what?
PL.
Hey, you know what we should do because
Mhm.
there's like not a lot of people. It's just gonna be us. If you're picking up what I'm putting down,
Go ahead.
might as well. I can't do it in the morning. I just found out like 20 minutes ago that I can't be doing that in the morning. I got stuff to do. So unfortunately, I set this up this morning because I was like, I'm gonna try something. I want to see what's going on if I set this stream up early on Rumble. And on Rumble, we jumped from 121 subscribers this morning to 130 this evening when we went live.
So how long did before you went live did you go? Did you set it up?
I set it up this morning at 6 a.m.
So see,
and it's 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. now. As long as you're within 24 hours.
Well, actually, I found that sometimes it's less than that, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Because I seem to find that if I pre-record and set up a premiere long enough, it actually gets more views than if I go live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
which is weird.
Yeah.
But I guess because it's not a talk show, it's just a hey, here it is show. Here's the news show. So it's probably different. Although have you noticed Fox is doing premieres now with chats on their premieres?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, some of their shows now have what they do with some of their shows is they actually premiere them later on after they've aired. They premiere them later on YouTube late at night with chat.
Nice. So all right, listen. So the other day I had to break out the HDMI cord, hook up to the TV because I had to select that I wanted my account. So what I did today was I cut it on and I counted to about 15 or 20, and then I hit X because my account is the top one. So I hit X to just select it, hoping that it would do it. Cut it on and it worked just fine. So now I don't have to do that with the TV anymore. Yay!
Yay!
So share screen.
Getting all ready.
Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Dagnabbit.
Dang it.
Dang it, Bobby. Dang it, Bobby.
All right. The War Room's going to try something different. We're going to have
a
regular
chat. The War Room is now coffee and gaming episode of fun. Chillcast episode 2.
Chillcast. That's it. We're chillcasting. We're still going to talk about some topics.
Yeah, we're still going to hit some stuff. We're still going to we'll still have political conversation, but we're gonna play some video games. Let me make sure I have the chat pulled up. Yep, show chat. Yep. All right, you guys feel free to comment. I know that there's one person over on Retro Gaming, David's channel. There's 11 people over on X. Hello X. I'm gonna pull up Rumble real quick and see what Rumble's got going on. Because Rumble, for some reason, you can't see you can't see people viewing.
You
one person.
Get the count. Yeah, you only get the count, and it changes. It doesn't. You don't know who's on. It only counts. It doesn't tell you how many at that time.
Right. So let's see. All right. Lape just texted me. So we shall see. Still no power. Pooping by candlelight.
Hey, send him back a message. What happened to your generator? What happened to your solar?
It's
probably running his fridge.
Yeah, we could probably. I said, do you want to call and talk via phone for a second, just on live on screen?
Yeah.
We'll see what he wants to do. I think he said he's pooping by candlelight.
Yeah.
Which, if he's like me, he probably doesn't want to break out the generator if he knows it's not going to be a short amount of time.
No, he's probably broken it out to save the fridge.
Well, your fridge is probably good for a couple of hours if you keep it closed.
Yeah. No. But if it's already been a couple of hours,
Yeah, you're right. So we will see.
I'm not saying that he probably didn't wait. I'm just saying it's been a couple of hours now. He's probably decided to break out the generator.
Well, I think it's only been maybe like 3 hours, so he's probably still good for right now.
Yeah,
I would imagine he'll cut it on before he goes to bed, let it get nice and cool, and then unplug it.
Yeah,
because like I don't run my stuff during the night.
No, but you want to give it at least an hour and then turn it off again.
Morning, partner. I hate being in Saint Denis. All it is a bunch of swindlers.
So, any other liberal city, right?
Yeah. That's one bad. I mean, dude, this game's good, but it does.
Now, be fair, they're not all swindlers. Some are cutthroats and some are pickpockets. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Trump is now officially the uniter in chief. He's keeping families together. So when he deports you, he's going to deport your family as well.
Why am I wanted?
Oh, you probably bumped into somebody.
Yeah. Apparently I'm wanted.
So, hey, somebody told me the other day, I actually didn't know this. Do you know who signed the Deportation Without Trial Act?
No, who?
Bill Clinton. So the racist law that Trump is using was signed by Bill Clinton, everybody. Is that law still racist? Or is it only racist when Trump uses it? I answered my own question, didn't I?
Yeah, it's probably racist when only Trump does it.
You know what I call it? I often call it the Star Trek effect. You know that in Star Trek how they have this thing called the Prime Directive, right? All captains must obey these following standing orders is basically called the Prime Directive. Basically, the Prime Directive has rules, but the rules have rules. The rules have exemptions, and there's even exemptions for the exemptions. And some rules only apply to certain people.
Right.
Doesn't that sound like liberalism? No wonder Jimmy Stewart called it space communism.
Inside Granger's Hoggery. There's one. Never. What in the world? Oh, okay. I know where that's at. There's a side quest for Sadie. Sadie asks for a harmonica.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna try to find us a harmonica for Sadie.
The music
Sadie's
store.
cool. There is a place right here. Man, that dude sounds racist. Talking about saving the white race.
What do you think you're how dare you oppose
riding a horse, lady? What are you doing?
You're racist. You won't allow black people into the country, even though they kicked you out of theirs.
David, you know what I think? You know what I say to that?
Yeah.
That's
racist! Yeah. Yeah, how dare you not vote Democrat?
You know what?
How dare you?
I love it.
That's what she screams every day now. She found out the ice packs are increasing in size.
Right? Well,
back
she's stupid.
The ice packs are back to pre-1990 levels. And now they're talking about Ice Age. Wait, I thought you told us the planet was going to be burning. The skies will be burning.
Well, you know what? We've ruined her childhood, so sorry.
And yes, and those poor starving Africans mining cobalt, they're working very hard, Greta, to restore your childhood.
Yeah. She sucks.
Anyway, she's no longer a climate activist. She's now a human rights activist.
That's
She's
hilarious.
for Gaza. Of course, of course. Are you going to go to Gaza and preach about transgenderism and homosexuality and tolerance? Asking for a friend.
Oh, homosexuality.
Well, if she's going to be a human rights activist, you got to ask her if she's going to preach the same things in Gaza as she preaches here. By golly gee, I have a sneaking suspicion that she changes her tune, just like BMW in Saudi Arabia. Pride Month everywhere but Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Because, the Star Trek phenomenon. Rules have rules and exemptions, and they only apply to certain people in certain places at certain times.
I thought I could travel to post offices, but
no.
I guess the closest place is going to be
Valentine,
yeah. Gosh, it's really not. Rhodes, Emerald Ranch, and Valentine. Well, Valentine's probably closer. Carl, he says game tonight. Yeah, dude. We there's not a whole lot of people on. We had some news. We probably will get into talking to eventually. Normally we do coffee and gaming on Saturday, but since not a lot of people is here, we figured we'd throw the game up and just kind of chill and converse while we play some games. So you'll hear the same kind of discussions and whatnot, but it'll be game oriented probably.
That'll be we'll break it up. We'll break it up. Mix it up.
But if you have a certain question, have a like. Why? Thank you. If you have a certain question, dude, ask it. I mean, I steer away from no topic. I like having discourse.
Yes, but we do like the likes.
Yes, I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes.
We are also on Rumble and X. If you'd like to go over there and hit the like button, we would appreciate that as well.
Well, yes, sir.
Yeah, we do have a Rumble, which we jumped up probably a good bit. I think I'll start getting up early on Fridays and posting the show early.
Get a few cents.
And that way people will have a chance to see it. More time to see it. You're in Virginia, right? Enjoy all that. Yes. Yes, it poured. Somebody needs help.
Gosh, golly gee.
Something yelled for help, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it. But yeah, dude, we had a boatload of rain this afternoon. Actually, that's why Lape's not here, is because his power got knocked out. He's East Tennessee area, and I'm Southwest Virginia. So I think we're about two hours away from each other, which is pretty cool. But I still have yet to see him like in person since that time we all got together for my birthday, like, gosh, 5-6 years ago, four at least, because my wife was pregnant with my son and he's 4. That was a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just thank Carl, because there is a bit of delay. Check the audio.
Oh, I've got a delay?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's me. I think it's me at my end. My audio is probably coming to me fast, and yours is
I also do have the screen. I do have the
Yeah.
screen sharing, so that's probably what's throwing it off a little bit.
Yeah. So Carl probably
That
now
sounded
is
awful.
just
I
hearing what you said.
apologize.
Yeah. So he's just hearing what we said. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Well, there is. I mean, that's not entirely. I mean, there's usually about a 40-second delay.
No, I was just timing it, and it was.
Not entirely.
I'm thinking,
it's
no, it's slightly longer today.
40-second delay. Mine's not.
No, I was just.
I brought up the stream, and I was just saying about 40-second delay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mine's longer.
Well, you got to go all the way to Australia for you.
Yeah. So I got a slightly longer delay. Yeah.
I checked the.
They keep
I checked
talking
the stream,
about how Musk
good.
has abandoned President Trump.
Did he abandon, or is like? I mean,
No.
he said that he wasn't going to do it for very long.
He said after 100 days, he was always planning to leave. Though,
Yeah.
He's just disappointed with Congress, not with Trump. His beef is with Congress. He appeared with President Trump this morning on the Ducey interview. Well, slight interview. Ducey got to ask the lead questions this morning for the presidential briefing on the Ukraine war, in which he was asked about Putin, and he also said Putin's, delaying the inevitable, and what do you think? And he said also Zelensky, he's dragging his heels too. So, yeah, Elon was there. So I don't know why the media keeps insisting that he's abandoned Trump.
It's about time you leave this here property and don't look back.
Okay.
All right, but Trump has announced he's increasing the steel tariffs because of Europeans and Chinese won't come to the table.
Have you lost your senses?
But U.S. Steel and the Japanese have come to an agreement that U.S. Steel remains a Japanese. The Japanese can buy in, but it remains an American company. They can't move it out of the country. They asked President Trump if he's going to give Diddy a pardon. Apparently, Diddy used to really like me a lot before entering politics, Trump said. But the possibility of a pardon, saying it's not a popularity contest and it'll look at the facts if asked. But he's facing 15 years in prison. I don't think you can give Diddy a pardon. I think they're pretty clear that
Count yourself.
the best he could do now is cut himself a deal. Too many people are speaking out and saying he did it. I don't. Oh,
shooting
you
at
shut
me.
up. So the thing with the Diddy case, too many people have spoken out now, and the thing that's going to sink him, you can forget all the other charges. The one thing that's going to sink him is taking a woman from one state to another and paying people for sex, and then moving them to other states to have sex, paying them to have sex.
Yeah,
with
dude,
people.
this whole Diddy thing is wild. It's just more and more.
It's weird, but the whole point of the act is that people used to circumvent the law by transporting them from one state to another, engaging in prostitution, and then bringing them home, and then saying, well, the prostitution was started in a state where it's legal, but we just happen to go to a state where it's not. So it's they're basically trying to
Been a long one.
trying to appease two groups at the same time. Yeah. Doesn't matter if the prostitution was consensual or not. because once a woman says it wasn't, it's game over, you know?
I seen one of them factories. Can you believe what's coming?
I mean, the fact is, Hollywood, whether you like it or not, it's not about Diddy being black. It's about people saying, move out of our way. You know what I mean? You know, a bunch of people in Hollywood, they're making money.
Makes me feel near.
And the only way to get more money is to get rid of somebody. You know, when there's only so many pieces of the pie and you want two, well, they just basically remove somebody from the table. You know, they're trying to, look at the studios. They try to put each other out of business by massively driving up the cost of making movies. And they put themselves out of business in the end.
No. Shit, you must have one of them familiar faces. You get your ass out of here.
Oh, he's...
Get away from here. I'm gonna shoot you down. I will.
Let's go, girl.
What in the world?
You got up again?
Shouldn't have messed with me, should you?
I was leaving, bro. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
We'll get
This game has got a boner for getting you in trouble and,
it does.
and shooting at you and well, you just like getting into trouble.
Well, I mean, I don't really. I was just trying to do. I was just trying to see what he had. Oh, hey, there's premium cigarettes. Don't mind if I do.
Oh,
Well, bye.
Come on, girl.
So, I don't know. What else has been going on this week? There's really not been a whole lot going on.
The grand jury indictment has been unsealed for Letitia James. They are considering now laying charges.
Oh, do tell.
She's facing 15 to 30 years for the same charges that she leveled against Donald Trump. She applied for a loan in another state, claimed to be a resident of that state, and filled out a federal form for loan assistance grants as a resident of a different state. Now, New York is not charging her for falsely claiming to be a resident of New York because she does have a residency in New York, but she claimed residency in another state. They said, well, you can be resident of more than one state, apparently now. Which means that she voted two elections in two different states. So
It's
as a
hard
result
to
of, yeah. But the grand jury agreed that she had falsely applied for a loan and then later knowingly having tried to persecute Trump for the same crime so that she could basically run around saying, I stood up to Donald Trump. And when anybody criticized her, they're just coming after me because I stood up to Donald Trump. You know, I persecuted defense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bold strategy, but yeah, it's same with the people who went after Trump for sexual assault. They're now trying to claim that the law's unconstitutional because it's been applied to them. Again, it's a Star Trek phenomenon, folks, where people say, hey, I'm exempt from the law, basically. Why? Because I said so. Because I'm persecuted. History. Bang, bang, bang. You mean the history class you slept through?
Oh, you know she slept through it.
Yeah, she got her black history from the back cover of Malcolm X. The unauthorized, the propaganda edition. You know the book, Malcolm X book that LeBron James read cover to cover, upside down, because he's so amazing.
Got hold of
What page were you staring at? Oh, the first page? It's blank.
The only option I had was my husband, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Oh, fair enough.
But thank you, Arthur. This is real kind of you.
That's not originally how it played out. Did you know they originally intended to have romance in this game between you?
Oh, I wish they would have, dude. There's so much tension between Sadie and Arthur. Like they should have really. They should have had something.
They did originally, but they took it out.
That's so stupid.
It was supposed to be the third ending. You running off with Sadie.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome. Yeah, but they took it out. They took a lot of things out of this game, and then they denied they took stuff out, which is like, which is
ridiculous,
like, dude. We could. There's people who went through your game script and says, "There's all these options here. This game used to have options. You didn't have to, but you didn't have to kill the farmer. That was only one path. You know, you didn't have to catch." But because the catching of the disease took up so much room, they, I forgot to say spoiler alert, but, you know, because Arthur's condition took up so much space in the game, they decided to make it a central part of the game.
Yeah.
And remember, they got like 99 quests. They got to 99 quests, and they said, and Rockstar says, "We're shipping this game in a year. Anything that's not completed, you know, basically told people to drop their work and basically wrap up the game. You know, you got a month to wrap up the game." I remember that announcement. It's like, so don't bullshit us, Rockstar. But he went on CB. What's the business channel? CB something. CNBC, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. The head of Take-Two went on the business news, and he was asked about Red Dead Redemption, and he says, "Well, I never played it. I don't play my own product. I'm only in this to make money." And it's like, oh, dude, yeah. It's like, oh, wow.
Oh, you're real cool.
You're real cool, man. Like, you know, real smooth. How to win over the customer. He want your money.
I hate when people are like that, because I mean, you have good product. You should enjoy making your product.
If you got good product, man, it's like when you don't care about your product, move over. You know, because when you start that you're only about making the money, you know you're going to start cutting corners.
Fellas from the top place. I got away, but they got my wife. Please, mister. You got to do something.
All right. Where is she?
It's a sacked out in the swamp by the water.
Okay. Go on. See if you can find the law. I'll do what I can.
I know my body will help.
Swamp people.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of that in the old days. Careful, you go too far from the track, you fail the mission.
I'm gonna take my time.
So am I. Where's the knife?
Oh, just kill me. I'd rather die than look at you for.
Yep.
Oh,
Gotta be nice and silent.
my feelings would talk like that.
The hell?
You can't beat me.
Oh!
Oh, damn it. This is the
Whoa.
second guy? There's a
I
second
knew there was
guy?
two. I knew there was two, but dang,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, I hate I messed that up. Dag nabbit. I guess I could load the game back.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy, dog.
I don't look.
Oh man.
All right, so it's you're gonna have to risk shooting her to.
Well, I don't know, but see, I don't know if I'll get to. That's like one of those chance interactions.
Yeah,
Oh well.
just load the game back. It's chance interaction. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I really want to backtrack all that and have to get that harmonica again for Sadie?
No. Yes.
So, I mean, you want me to? I'll do it.
Nah. It's not important. I just thought it doesn't. It feels like one of those missions that have a 50-50 chance of failing.
Well, what I shouldn't. I thought I'd go in there all Billy BA with a hatchet. I should have just had a shotgun out. Like I originally intended to go in there with the shotgun, blast, and win. But I didn't because I was like, oh, it'll look cooler if I come in there with that hatchet. And I did. I let him have that one guy got the hatchet.
But the other guy just basically knifed you in the chest.
He did. He ran up out of nowhere. I mean, I saw him. I knew that there was two in there because we've done that mission before, and you don't really get anything out of it.
No, but I'm just saying. I think it's one of those missions that are pure chance that you win, not skill. Because normal, like you kicked in the door, you threw the hatchet at him. You should be out. The second guy should have just only had enough time to stand up, not basically stand up across the room, draw a knife, and stab you in the chest.
Yeah, that was like a glitch.
That was like instant death.
Yeah.
There was no in between steps.
Well, he had enough time for me to pull out because I had my shotgun. Like by that point, I switched over from the hatchet to the shotgun, so he had time.
No, but each action should have been simultaneous. You know, there should have been a visual where we actually see what's going on, not a blur and a stab. I'm just saying there are times this game runs at full speed, and other times it runs at, and other times it runs nice and smooth. You know, there are times where the speed is off.
Yeah.
But I was really taken back, and I really understand now why so much. I mean, I really hate to say it, but if there'd been better competition to GTA in the beginning, I don't think Rockstar would have taken off. I mean, you look back at all the glitches and stuff. See, here you get to have a proper gunfight.
More. Of
Dang. Hey, later, Carl, dude. Have a good day.
Yeah, take care, Carl.
Don't leave here alive.
What's that? I can't hear you. Come closer. Something about unaliving? Yep, we just did that. Did he just say I didn't want to be alive? I think that's what
He
he
decided
said, right?
it. That was his call.
Yeah, he decided.
That's his prerogative.
call. Well, I was just fulfilling his wishes, Your Honor.
His body, his choice.
Yeah, that's it.
His body, his choice. I mean, I would have done it. That's his call.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is.
Your Honor, he transed. He went from life to unlife. He transed. Well, there's something. What's by the fire? Gun?
A person.
No, beside that person. Is that the fire? Yeah, it's the fire. I couldn't see what was beside him, but yeah, you're right. It's the person, but I couldn't see what was beside.
Some lady. Dagnabbit. My curiosity's killing the cat. I get dinged for that.
Dang.
Well, I like seeing if they're carrying anything cool. Like jewelry or notes or anything. Some of them have notes and you can complete, go to where they've got the note and be like, oh yeah, here, I found such and such and they wanted you to have this. Heck of a time to be having a picnic in the middle of a storm.
Yes, sir. What in the termination? I'll try again. Nope. Pedro Pascal may be out of Disney. The Fantastic Four and his appearance in what's the next one? The Fantastic Four and the Avengers movie may be his last. They're talking about bringing back Chris Pratt and Mantis.
Oh, this is that house where everybody died in.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks, dude.
Hey, remember how I was saying that Sin will be able to make her own movies with AI within 10 years?
Yeah.
Google are trying to make that happen now. They're trying to... Helldivers 2 has crashed again.
Did it?
Over 2,600 negative reviews in one day. Once considered the future of gaming, Arrowhead have yet again let down fans. First, they attacked the fans for being alt-right Nazis for playing it. Like, hello, you made a game where people wear certain type of uniform with with gas masks on, what do you expect? All right, it's a war game. People are going to say Nazi things to each other and teabagging.
Yeah, lots of teabagging.
What did you expect? People saying, walking up to the enemy and saying, "Good work, old chap. Good show. Good show."
Yeah.
So apparently, they're trying to steer the war narrative so that the hippies win the war. And it's like, the hippies are losing bad, man. Like, what did you expect? You'll have people to play both sides of the war. Apparently, a lot of Chinese users are upset that they can't play as alt-right Nazis and beat the crap out of the high command.
And you can't jump around in here. I was hoping you can get up here and see what's going on. I think there's another person up in the loft. That sucks, dude. Poor family. I remember seeing this one walk through. The chimneys broke, and it filled the house with, fumes. And everybody was just not paying attention. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Hey, there's 32 people watching. What's up?
So, the city is called Equality on the Sea, and it's under siege, mostly by Chinese players. And they're expected,
nice.
and well, basically, yeah, people are saying this siege has been, we should be winning this siege. We outnumber them 10-1, all the usual things, but somehow Equality on the Sea can't be taken over by the Super Earth faction. They're supposed to be the bad guys in all this, super imperialists. That the good guys, the independent states, are somehow able to hold off Super Earth every time. And it's like, come on! We annihilated this city. And yet the next day, there it is, bright and shiny. With all its defenses rebuilt and intact, and all its manpower that was depleted back to full strength. That's not how war works. Basically, they're turning Helldivers 2 into battle royale to try and keep players playing over and over again. Because they, instead of creating new content.
Just to say thanks for the harmonica.
Okay. Thank you.
All that tension they got, boy, and then there's not a single thing done about it.
Mr. Morgan.
All we wanted was to put a little GTA Vice City in the back shed, right?
Yeah.
Then he looks around and says, "Is my wife behind me?"
I got earbuds. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Here, let me give my son a book.
Here, I hadn't forgotten about that storybook you lost.
Thanks so much, Uncle Arthur. Do you want to have this? I found it near town.
Uncle, in quotations marks.
Yeah. Chocolate bar. Hey, speak of the devil.
Morning to you.
Morning, Arthur.
Working hard there.
Somebody's got to do it.
All right, well, don't let me disturb you.
Sure.
Apparently, somebody made a mod. So there was a mod that somebody took, and you could keep saying like "hey" and stuff to her, and finally she'd take you off like in the woods or something behind one of the camps.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. Didn't they ban? That's why they banned modding.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? They now want a law in Europe, not just the gaming now. They want a law. They want to outlaw modding.
That's so stupid.
How to sync your company. Because you know what they go, you know why? Because Sony saying, well, we won't allow modding on Sony PlayStation. So they go and buy the PC version. No, we want you to buy the PlayStation version. So, yeah, good luck trying to enforce that law.
Yeah.
Apparently, there are Chinese companies now dedicated to creating hacks that stop Sony games from reporting to the PlayStation Network if you're playing them, if you're modding them, etc. But Helldivers 2, this is what you get when you basically allow games as a service. You know, they're picking the winners and losers. What a shock.
Yeah.
They want equity on the sea to win, and it's like, dude. The aggressive faction, you're not going to get people with aggressive tendencies to join equity on the sea, all right? They want the biggest, baddest minigun, and they want to mow people down while wearing a certain helmet.
Yeah.
And they're very upset that you won't allow them to put their favorite lettering on them. You know, they like S so much, they want it twice, right? Because it stands for super, right? It stands for
yeah.
hope. No, it stands for hope, right? They want hope on their chest twice. Who are you? We are guarding the president. Jawohl.
Man. It's been a long day, but it's been kind of like I haven't done much. It's been crappy weather, so like nobody's been able to do anything.
On behalf of Trump supporters, we thank you for your service.
What?
See what it says?
Where? Oh,
Yes,
Lord.
we thank her for her service, right?
Yeah, we appreciate that.
We love it when liberals take themselves out of the gene pool. Bye-bye.
Yep. Clawson's Nest on the eastern edge of Grizzly's West. Cabin is the northwest of Valentine on the other side of the Dakota River. Oh, I see. All right. Right there. But that's it right there. So let's go to Valentine.
Yes, sir. I find it easier to read when I take off my glasses.
Yeah?
Yeah. Update. A trio of names has emerged as Trump's successor to take over Doge.
Do they know who's going to do it?
Apparently the names were just passed on to President Trump.
Let's see, trending right now. SmackDown's number 1, Bono's number 2, OP Live's number 3, Right State, Meredith, Abraham
Bono
Toro,
speaking out against Israel.
Loretta Swift.
Loretta Swift died this morning.
Yeah, I did see that something on there, but I didn't know who she was.
She played Hot Lips Houlihan on MASH in the 70s and 80s.
Never watched MASH.
It was originally created to be an anti-Vietnam War movie, but it turned into a popular comedy about the absurdity of war.
Yeah. So what's going on with Supreme Court? Why are they trending on the news tab?
I'm trying to find that one.
It's on X. Look under Explore, and it's on the like where it's trending.
Yeah, well, I've got to go back.
News.
I've got to go back to the start. Trending. Top articles? No. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I about ran right off a cliff.
No, that's nice.
Damn fine weather, ain't it? Friend.
Evening, friend. I suppose.
All right. Let's try this again. All right. Refreshed. Coming up.
Come on.
Okay. It's giving me live on X again. What's happening? Good. Okay. What's happening? I have Joe Biden in politics, Fauci in politics, Medicaid, Democrat Party, show more. Okay, now Taylor Swift has reclaimed her masters. Remember how she sold them to Soros? Apparently she's reclaimed them.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so posts. Jamie Dimon says China's our adversary, but he's really worried about the enemy in. We've got to get our act together, our values and capabilities. This time it's different. We've got to act quickly. Why am I not getting the Supreme Court? Everything but the Supreme Court is there. I'd better just do a search, right?
Let's see, there's a letter. Letter to Glenn and Eddie from Mama. I've gone to track down these men and get our money back. The door's locked and the windows are boarded shut.
Oh!
Promise me you won't answer to nobody who comes calling, even if you think you know them. There's enough food and water for 4 days and more. I should be home by tomorrow night at the latest. Practice your reading and writing for me. All my love, Mama. Oh, dang.
Now I get it. Jack Posobiec says that President Biden's appointment of Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court is invalid because it was signed by AutoPen, not by Biden. If true, she may be disqualified. The Supreme Court has allowed President Trump administration to revoke temporary legal status of 532,000 illegal immigrants. The Supreme Court is looking into the claim that AutoPen was used for her nomination. Yeah. Also, the Supreme Court has unanimously ruled to limit judges' authority to block infrastructure projects over environmental concerns. So they've upheld previous decisions that basically said if you're a district judge in Boston, all right, you can't bring a case. You're a judge in the first place, but two, you're limited by your district to Boston. You can't make national policy. You are not a legislator. You're not the law. You merely make a judgment if something violates the law.
Yeah.
They're bypassing the judicial process. And
that's ridiculous.
But basically, so Kenji Brown, she actually voted with Trump. She didn't oppose Trump's measures on immigration or judicial limitations, basically saying that it's not Trump making a law, he's making an observation that judiciary is limited by.
So she's not completely retarded.
No, she's not. She's not completely in the pocket of the Democrat Party.
Oh, we get flagged for that.
Well, obviously, she has to do something because her basically seat is now under question.
Yeah.
So she wants to show that she can be neutral, because if she can't be neutral, she can't sit in the Supreme Court. You know, the Senate confirmation will probably the Senate. Is it Senate oversight who overlooks the Supreme Court? I think so. I think it's the Senate Judiciary. I think they're going to rule that her nomination, though invalid, is upheld because they approved it, and they'll just basically say in the future, you know, going forward, we need a clear rule on the use of auto pen, and they won't retrograde her nomination. They'll just basically say, yeah, you scraped through because it was upheld. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that still sucks.
Basically, the Uni Party will circle around her because they don't want Trump to get another nomination, because it'll set a precedent where they would be rightfully afraid that if the Democrats hold power the next time, they'll tear down. But wait a minute, that's what they do anyway. You know, they tried that with trying to remove. Who did they try to remove? Well, actually, a few times they've tried to remove judges. So it's not the first time, and it won't be the last time. But there's always that possibility that a rogue Democrat will say, "Nope, we want judicial removal. We'll remove Kendry to set a precedent so that we can do it in the future." So, and if anything goes wrong, we can blame Republicans. You know what I mean? There's always that possibility. They want to set something up for the future where they can say, "Oh, the Republicans set the precedent." Because you know how they love to use that term, right? The damn Republicans.
Yeah.
Who will pick our crops? Get rid of the 500. Pick our crops if we get rid of the illegals. I don't know, all those people in Section 8 housing who don't who choose not to work. How about them?
What's there something about changing the laws for assistance to like single moms and veterans or something?
Trump is bringing back the original Section 8 ruling that Section 8 housing is for only people who are in dire need of assistance, and that limits, like, once you no longer need Section 8 housing, you know, like if you're no longer in dire need, that if you're disabled, other than permanent disability or a veteran, you basically, it's temporary housing, not permanent housing. It's not, oh, I broke my leg, now I'm going to be Section 8 for life, you know?
That'd be nice.
He's trying to make unemployment no longer a Californian career, because we all know half of California is on some form of government assistance. It's the highest in the United States, anyway. And the thing is, they also have the highest homeless vets, and he's basically saying, let's swap places. Let's put the vets into the housing and the Democrat voters into the streets.
Yeah.
Well, they do spend a lot of the time in the streets. They interviewed one woman. She owns a Tesla and a couple of nail salons, and she's in Section 8 housing.
Yeah, girl.
And she got upset when the marshal showed up to arrest her. I mean,
it's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. But that's what they do, right? She's no longer a single mom. She made money on the side, not paid the taxes for years. I mean, of course, but California state, you think they would go after her, but no, she's got the POC pass, Because like I said, it's this Star Trek phenomenon. Once you really start to look at it, you go, holy shit, there are selective enforcement of the laws, particularly in California. And Trump says, I'm ending that. And as the meme says, those who cry the loudest.
Yeah.
Why don't you want Trump to cut out waste and fraud? Well, he's hurting people on disability. Yeah, but they shouldn't be on disability. They should be, you can collect unemployment.
You are a fool and a
But
nuisance.
it's not a career.
Helen, is this creepy little toad bothering you again?
Careful.
Throw him off!
This is getting quite out of hand.
Hands? Oh, he doesn't have...
Oh, Arthur, how are you?
Never
Oh,
better.
Lord.
See, you two haven't changed much.
No, he's still a lizard. Coward, gerbil,
Mommy's boy.
manatee.
Effluentist.
Manatee.
You already said that.
I did not. You're a milk sop.
Well, you are all chatter and no testes, dear brother. Helen, I will make you love me if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, you should do.
How suitable I am to make a happy and
Yeah.
stable life with you.
Wow.
I shall throw myself over the waterfall in just a barrel.
And so shall I, just to demonstrate how little your feeble gestures mean, you homunculus.
Arthur, please come do the honors and make sure we
Oh, you silly little tapeworm of a man.
follow me.
Follow you? I was born first. Helen, I love you. And brother, you're living proof of God's remarkable sense of humor.
Gosh, nailing them shut.
That's exactly right. Nail them shut, take her out back, and have your way with her and say, right, boys, see ya.
Oh my lord! The fools! The silly fools! I cannot believe they've done this!
Come on. Let's go try and find them.
We must!
Okay. Get on your horse. Follow me.
They've been carried down a ways. We can't get there from this first path. Do you think they're all right?
They might be. You want them to be all right?
Of course! Whatever do you mean?
I was just thinking. It might be easier for you if only one of them was... Catch my meaning?
Sir, that is a terrible thing to say.
Here you
Must
are.
have them. Acrisius, what have you done?
Brother,
You guys are idiots.
Patrick, is that you? I've had the wind knocked out of me.
I thought you were a goner.
It's a miracle we're alive.
Silly, silly voice. You nearly died. For me.
She's right.
Dear brother, what fools we've been.
You're the fool, but a brave one.
You might be dense, but you are the noblest man I know.
You are a lion.
Giant.
You're an earth shaker. conqueror. Let's not let anything come between us again.
Never.
Boys,
Good lady, adieu. Bewitch,
Yep.
some other milksops. We will have none of it.
but I thought
Yep.
that...
Before this siren calls us to the rocks again, let us away from here. You lead the way, brother. The West awaits.
Boys,
Gosh.
boys,
I forgot how that ended.
There's quite some suitors you picked there.
I was trying to stop them from killing themselves. They won't last a week without me.
Probably not. But you'll have an easier time.
Yes, I will. So long.
Back to the streets for you, lady.
Arthur's like, well, I ain't busy.
Oh, I wasn't trying to lead them on, you know? It was just
Liar.
exciting.
Yeah.
The smartest man I knew with positively the least sense.
That's usually the way it works. Good luck.
Right? Let's see what did I get? I think I got a gold for that. Sweet. All right, come on, Hooch. Let's go get us some stuff. Power just came back on. Nice. I'll text
See?
late and tell him jump in.
That's good.
Jump.
Did you hear about the Zelda movie?
No.
They want a trans to play Zelda.
Oh, shut up.
No shite. How does by Nintendo? You just destroyed all the goodwill you had with the Mario movie.
Yeah. All right, I need to find. I just texted late to jump in. Radio.
You know what somebody said? First movie to delete itself.
Yeah. Only a 60-something% chance.
Oh, that's a good burn, isn't it? I bet
Yeah.
they got 30 days for that.
Yeah, it's probably a 67% chance.
Yeah. 60, yeah, it's a 66% chance this movie will delete itself.
I wonder if
When
the
I said
label
I
actually
wanted
come
to-
on.
When I said I wanted the spicier meatballs in my movie, I did not mean on the actress.
Ah.
What the? Why don't you mind your business and keep walking, huh?
We said get lost now.
Real stupid, pal.
Bang! And
Hope
he's
you
running.
boys chose a full safe.
got dynamite?
Maybe. Yes.
Is he coming back? Oh, yes. No, he ran off, right.
Awesome. It opened.
He took
22.
it's over $10. You made your money. How much did you get?
44 bucks.
So you made a profit of $30, 30 odd bucks.
That's terrible.
That's nice.
It's all in
Cost you
day's
a
work.
stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
Nice day's work. Yeah, stick of dynamite. Where's your hat?
I got it.
But that guy, yeah, that guy's still running.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Get lost. Yeah. I mean, if anybody fast draws the sawn-off shotgun, yeah, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, it's not going to be a good day for you. Old horse riding simulator.
And the guy who ran off, he's a brown stain simulator.
Yeah. Nope, I ran over a rabbit.
Yeah. Well, that ain't gonna be 3-star. Over there, behind the table and the shelf, I think. There we go. Nothing?
Nothing.
What's that behind on the other side?
That's what I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh, cigarette card.
Yeah. Think that was it? Oh, it's a drawer.
Oh, there's the book.
There's the book. No, I sort of open to the idea that these games should at some point become edible, and change the script.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate the fact that a lot of these games are made with an engine and then they don't release the source code ever, and basically then they remake them and remake them and remake them, but people are going,
Yep. Oh, Shady Bell.
I'm just saying, there's a possibility they would sell more if people could basically, mod the game, and do their own re-releases. But, you know, this need to control is a bad habit, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's free. I'm saying that, you know, the desire to basically say, oh, this game is only this way and it will stay this way. But when we remake it, we'll change it, you know? Well, here we go.
Hello there, Arthur.
Hey, y'all.
What you want?
Hiya, Arthur.
You settling back in?
I like it here. Lots of places to explore.
Well, don't explore too far.
Yeah, some clearing the log. No one's cleared though. Oh, good. Quite a few uncleared.
Yeah. Huh. Well, maybe we just stop here. Normally we kind of start winding down because it's it's right at an hour and a half into it.
Yeah.
Might have a guest next week. I'm not sure yet. We're still kind of chit chatting, discussing stuff. So we'll keep that in the loop. Until next time, buy David's book. Check out all of the channels down below. All the links and everything's down yonder. I mean, if this is an X post, I think it might be up above. I don't know. It's somewhere up there around. But yeah, buy David's book. Check out Anime Night's channel, Lape's channel, everybody's channel. Everything's all listed below. You got anything else to say?
Sorry that we're not going to be coffee and gaming tomorrow.
Yeah,
but,
no, me too. It sucks.
But yeah, I think it's Saturday evening for you when I'm doing my gaming. For me, it's Sunday noon.
Probably.
Yeah, Sunday evening. But yeah, I'll be doing Postal 2 again. I've had some glitches lately that I haven't had before. It's an old game. It's probably bound to happen. If it gets too bad, I'll just delete all the save files and reinstall the game.
Gotcha. Well, all right. Well, we'll be back next week. We should be back on normal schedule next week. So, you guys take care. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. Fuck you, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.
I love you.
You gotta do better than that.
I love you.